Welcome everybody to another episode of Time Out with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Had a very special announcement yesterday, but now we back to the regular scheduled time. You know, this is my normal time, 6 p.m. every Sunday. I'm about to bring in another special guest on the show. Been a long time coming for this young fella right here, man. So, we're going to chop it up with him, man. So, let's go.
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on, man? How we
How you
doing?
doing?
Welcome to Time Out with Shaq, man. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
What's going on, yo? I'm Ian Calabresee. I'm a senior guard at Simsbury. I'm 18 years old. Shooter, you know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what's going on, man? Been a minute to come on here, man. Pop's been bugging me to get you on here. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get him on here, man. But how you and your family, holding up during the pandemic right now?
So we're doing pretty well, you know. We've been playing a lot of we're just doing a lot of workouts, renting the gym out because
Yeah.
the season was on hold for a little bit. But he's been excited. He's ready for the season.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like I said, if anybody, got any questions for, Ian or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, just put it in the comment box. It'll come up on the screen. We'll post it up there and we'll try to have them answer them as we go along. So let's just dive into it, man. Just tell us, man, you know what I'm saying, where you from, what it was like growing up there and everything and stuff like that.
Well, I was raised in Torrington with my mother first.
Okay.
I can't complain too much. I've had both my parents in my life. I've been blessed. I moved to Simsbury, I think when I was in third grade. I think I was about 9 years old. That's when I started really hooping. Like that's when I started really taking hoops seriously, I think. Ever since then, I've had my family besides me, my friends, just growing from there.
Okay.
But it's simple
So
around here.
so at what age did you say, like, yo, I really like this game? Because it is sometimes that we be like, yo, at 6 we'll play it, but we don't
Yeah.
really like it. Then when we get 10, we love it. Like, at what age did you know, like, yo, I want basketball to be my job?
I think the first year I definitely moved to Simsbury in third grade because I was in this league or YMCA that people were telling me they're like, yo, this kid Cal's pretty good. Like
Hmm.
I didn't think I was that good, but I guess
Yeah.
at the age I was killing. So I was like, this might be what I want to do because I really didn't know I didn't have my head wrapped around something yet, but I think that's when I really noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you always, what I'm saying, grow up, what I'm saying, playing ball in like Torrington, Simsbury, or did you travel out? What I'm saying? Because some people consider Torrington, Simsbury suburbs.
Yeah.
Did you like ball out there, or did you come out to, what I'm saying, like the city area to hone your game and stuff like that? And like, what's the difference between, the suburban ball and the
Yeah.
city type basketball?
Yeah, Torrington. I don't got too much clear memory of playing ball in Torrington, so it
Hmm.
really wasn't. I wasn't really getting down like that in Torrington. So
Hmm.
Simsbury is definitely where I started. I put myself on the map. I think even playing in a couple of leagues in Hartford. I think the Wilson Gray League
Hmm.
really helped me out in Hartford when I was in eighth grade. I think that's really when I started playing those. That's when I really started playing some competition out there. That's what got me ready.
Okay, and do you find, like, like the city ball, like, really got you ready to, got you that toughness and stuff like that to be at the elite level that you is right now?
Yeah, I definitely think so. That league really, I was not one of the best players on my team at the time
Yeah.
either. That was a humbling for me for sure.
Okay,
Com-
so what was it like growing up? You know what I'm saying, and you're the son of a referee. You know what I'm saying? Like what was that like? Was he always on you, talking to you? Like, nah, that. You know what I'm saying? And did you get an insight on certain calls and stuff when the game time came? You like, yeah, I can get away with this. Nah, I can't get away. What was that like?
See, back then, refs usually try to keep themselves away from their family members. They try not to ref,
Okay.
but my dad's the total opposite.
Yeah.
He was trying to always get in my games, even when I was a kid. Back then, he would give me the calls. I think If he scrimmaged one of my games now, I don't think I'm getting much. I'm going to lane full speed, nothing, no calls.
Okay. So growing up, like who was some of the players, you know what I'm saying, that you looked up to? You know what I'm saying, that you was like, yo, I really like this person, man. Like I want to hone my game like them. Like who was one of them players that you looked up to growing up?
Well, as a little kid, I was a big Celtics fan, so definitely I love the '08 Celtics team. You probably know them. That was one of my favorite teams ever.
Yep.
Rondo was one of my favorite point guards
Yes.
back then.
Yep.
Solid, and definitely Ray Allen. I tried to resemble my game to the shooters type like Ray. You know, he's always shooting. I think there was a quote he said. It was, oh, I forget. It was something like you shoot, you just got to forget the next shot or something like that. That's kind of how I try to keep my game at. But I think as I started growing up in Simsbury, I started looking around the varsity guys actually for the Simsbury
Mm-hmm.
team, like
Mm-hmm.
Rayon, Christie, EJ,
Mm-hmm.
Walter. Those guys really helped me get to that level where I want to be at for sure.
Yeah, let's say take it to, the AAU ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? What was that experience like playing for you? What team did you play for? And what was the experience like, playing the AAU ball? And did you feel like, because they say it's different levels. Did you feel
Yeah.
like, AAU basketball really set the tone to really see where you're at? Versus playing on the playground or playing in high school. Like, what was your AAU experience like?
Well, when I first started AU. I think I was in 5th grade. I played on a great Simsbury Spartans team.
Okay.
Fun fact: I was playing with the Donovan Kling, and you probably know him, 7 foot. He was on our team. We used
Okay.
to win back then a lot. We had high level tournaments, so that really, I think then is when I really started getting into ball, and then now I think it's a totally different experience because it's really more about getting ready for college now than it is just playing and hooping. But I think AU, starting my freshman year is really when it got serious for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So during your AAU experience, who would you say was like was that team or tournament that really you set yourself apart to know, like, because some dudes have moments where, like, say, hey, like my experience,
Mm,
what I'm saying, when I played, I'm saying, I played against Kevin Freeman,
yeah.
who's now the UConn, I'm saying,
Mm,
one of their coaches or whatever. I played against his team. I mean, his team was stacked. So, I went out, had a great game against them, and then that's when I was like, yo, if I can do this against them, I
mm.
could do this against anybody. So what was that tournament or that game, and like who was in that game where you said, yo, listen, man, I just gave this dude buckets. Like I know I can give anybody buckets.
Yeah. I think my sophomore year, I was playing with the CT Passion.
Okay.
We went to this live period up in Pennsylvania. Oh no,
Uh-huh.
this was my junior year actually. So we went to this live period, and I think we were 0-4 that whole weekend.
Uh,
But the competition was like one of the best competitions I've played at a tournament in a long time. So, and I was killing. I think I was killing for sure. So that really, and I think that's when coaches started contacting me. So I really noticed that I think I could compete with these guys. That's when I realized I could play at that level because
okay.
that was a tough tournament at the time.
Okay. So what was your, what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of schools, what I'm saying, that's out there. You got public school, prep schools,
Hmm.
stuff like that. What was your decision in attending, what I'm saying, Simsbury?
Like going to Simsbury, like what was my reason why?
Yeah. Choosing Simsbury over, other schools and stuff
Mm.
out there.
Um, Simsbury was kind of a home to me when I was growing up. So it's really
Mhm.
I kind of just feel like it's my job to stay here and try to win because I've always kept that my mentality from the start. Yeah, definitely. I love to just finish my career and education out of Simsbury for sure. It would
Okay.
just not be smart to leave at like 3 years in or something like that. But
Okay. And,
yeah.
and you had great players to come through there. Rayon Christie, EJ Crawford, what I'm saying? You had Jalen. You had a lot of great guys to come through there. Where do you see yourself up there with those guys? Do you see yourself, when it's all said and done, your name should be etched in stone with those guys and stuff like that? or do
I
you still think you got a lot more to go? You know what I'm saying, to be up in that caliber.
like basketball skill wise, I definitely think I belong in that conversation because there's only
Mhm.
been a couple limited number of guys who have gone to college from Simsbury hoops, like
Okay.
graduating from Simsbury. So, and I think I'm definitely one of those guys. That's gonna be one of those guys. I think I could definitely help myself with being like just having more value on the court to myself. I think that's what those guys like Ralph Gilliard, Rayon Chrissy, they
Yeah.
definitely had all that value. I think I could get myself to that level for sure, though.
Okay. Okay. Now, nicknamed you the scholar, you know what I'm saying? Because, you're very well educated and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And come from a good home and everything. How are you able to, because a lot of guys get lost in the sauce, as they say, you know what I'm saying? Could be the great athletes, but when it comes to the books,
Mm-hmm.
they not ready. How are you able to keep both of those whole and still enjoy your life? You know what I'm saying? Mix
Yeah.
books and basketball. How are you able to do that?
Well, it's really my parents, my mom and dad. They're if it's not school, then he's on me. He's on my case for everything. Like if I ever get a bad grade, he'll even think about like sitting me at a practice or something like that. But it's really that's like I've grown up with school first, basketball second. It's always school first. Like
Okay.
I don't think college coaches stress it enough that you need the grades to play. Like without school, you don't have basketball. I think people get
Okay.
caught up in the basketball part too much. They forget about school.
Okay. Now I gotta ask you this question, because a lot of athletes, they don't know this. Like, yeah, I like they could come from basketball families, they could come from, people that's in the basketball world, but they still don't know certain questions. Do you know what the NCAA clearinghouse is?
The what is it? The
The NCAA clearinghouse.
clearinghouse. I haven't heard of that.
See, listen, you got to know this, man.
uh,
This is the number one reason for you to play college basketball.
mm,
Like you can get a scholarship, but if you don't pass the NCAA clearinghouse and are not eligible, your scholarship becomes null and void.
right.
You have to take the required courses for the NCAA clearinghouse.
Um,
Like they say, you could take 4 Englishes, this and that. No, it's a certain type of English you have to take. It's a
right.
certain type of math you have to take, a certain type of science you have to take. So you have to look into that. You know what I'm saying? And a
Mm,
lot of student athletes don't know this. This is
mm,
why you see some of them, they go to college, they're done after that, or some go here because they're not ready, prepared. They're just getting
right.
scholarships based off of this and other things happening. But you gotta pass the NCAA clearinghouse. That's why you get a lot of guys who go and they'll have to do a year of prep school
Mm,
because they not ready for the NCAA clearinghouse.
right.
So, you know what I'm saying? You have to know that. That's the number one key, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. If you don't pass the NCAA clearinghouse,
Mm,
scholarship is just null and void. It doesn't mean anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I deal with a group of people and stuff all the time, and
right.
we ask them, you know what the Clinton? Nah, I don't know. You got to know that. Your coaches is supposed to stress that to you.
Yeah,
From your high school coach, your AAU coach, they're supposed to be the ones stressing that to you. You know
uh,
what I'm saying? So, but but nah, man, it's saying like I said, I followed you and stuff like that, man. So I mean, you're a shooter, man. Like, do you consider yourself one of the best shooters in the state?
I'll always debate that. I'm the best shooter in the state. I don't think that's
Ooh,
a
okay,
question.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't
Okay,
like.
hey man, listen, man. I might have to, what I'm saying, set up a shooting matchup. I got my little cousin down in New London, man. The boy shoot
Mm,
that thing, you
you
know what
do?
I'm saying? So he shoot that thing. So, but
There you go.
nah. So take us through a day, like a daily routine workout for you to, be a shooter like that. Cause they say you got to take 1,000 or 2,000 shots. Like take us through a
Yeah.
day. Like what is your regimen?
Well, I always incorporate some type of lifting or conditioning in it. I'll usually sometimes if we don't have the gym with my dad, I'll go to the Terrafield school, which is the school where I live near actually.
Okay.
I'll try to get some push-ups in there, and each time I'll do like 25, 50 push-ups. I'll do like a series of shooting drills. Like I'll do wing, I'll do a little pull-up, and then I'll try to make as much as I can around the three, and then I'll go back to
Mhm.
the line and do more push-ups, and just keep repeating that. I think that's the key to just getting stronger and always being able to shoot like after lifting. I think that's kind of what's got me pushing my game forward.
Okay. So pandemic happens. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Shut down basketball. How did you, take to that? Because a lot of people, they'll give up. They, what I'm saying, to just shut down. Like, how did you handle that when it was shut down? When it just shut down, state tournament gone, everything. Like, how did you handle that as an athlete basketball player?
Well, first, like when it first happened, I was pretty nervous actually because I wasn't getting too much recruiting at the time, and our season just ended. The record was like 4-17, so it wasn't looking good right there.
Mm-hmm.
And AU wasn't looking like it was gonna happen, so
Mm-hmm.
I just had to be in the gym. But I think the first thing was I had to be motivated first. So my dad was like, "All right, you got to get up now. Like you guys lost. All right, next thing we were waiting on the next season." So that really we were working out every day in our backyard from like April to June, right when the live period started. I think that's when I really and I think we had an event in Enfield where I showed my game out. And I think that's where it started, but it really didn't start without my dad motivating me in March because I didn't really think I was going places then, but now I
Yeah.
started working and it happened now.
So what is the recruiting process looking like for you right now?
I got a couple D3 schools looking at me right now, and
Okay.
I always keep prepping option in case of how this season goes for sure. But Clark University is a school that's really been recruiting me a lot recently. They like my game. Endicott, who else? Emmanuel, Nichols College. They're all looking at me pretty well. They like my game for sure.
Okay. So hold on. We got a question here for you. This is from Sean Devine. How many points you averaging this year?
I'm trying to aim for 30. That's the goal. I'm trying to beat my record too last year because I was second in the state for 3 pointers. So I'm
Okay.
trying to see if I could break my record with less games this year. That'll be tough for
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, so how do you feel about the new structured schedule, 12-game season? Supposedly supposed to have a state tournament, 6 games to qualify. How is your team looking and stacking up to, you know, trying to, make the state tournament if there's gonna be one and
Mhm.
stuff like that?
Well, it was a blessing when I first saw the news because I honestly didn't think we were going to get a season. But 12
Mhm.
games is better than nothing for sure. But I think our squad this year is definitely looking better than it was last year. We have about 9 seniors this year. They're all coming back for another year of varsity. So I think that's the main difference because last year we didn't have too many people that were on the varsity team before, except me and like a couple other guys. But I think this year they're all matured. I think and they all know their role for sure. So that's what's going to get us there.
So, you're coming to, storybook and into your career, what I'm saying? How is it looking? You know, how do you feel? You stack yourself up against some of the other notable names,
Mhm.
what I'm saying, in Connecticut, that has been all conference, that have been all state, New Haven Register, stuff like that. How do you stack yourself up with those level of guys?
Well, I think offensively, I could definitely relate to some of the best players in the state. I also see myself as a person who could guard one of the best players on the court if I needed to. So
Hmm.
I kind of yeah, I definitely see myself as a two-threat player offensively and defensively. So
Okay.
I think I can compete with those guys if you put me on the floor with them.
Okay. So, is there anybody, any one player, any one team, that you want to go against before your high school career is over with?
Uh, I'm definitely looking at Northwest. Some of my guys play
Okay.
for
Okay.
Northwest, and we upset them last year at home. So, and they're
Mm.
always saying they think that was luck. They're saying we shouldn't have done that. I said we'll do it again twice this year. So that's really I think if I can get against anybody, it's definitely them, and they have good competition too. So it's always get fun to play against people as
Okay.
good as you.
Okay. So, what do you feel are some of your, strengths and weaknesses?
Strengths, I'll definitely stress the shoot. I think I'm a great shooter. I could also see the passing lane pretty well in case my shot isn't there. Um, that's also one of my strengths. My game is if my shot's not falling, I'm always trying to make an impact on the floor, helping dudes out. Weaknesses, I could definitely stress my athleticism. I could try to get that better because that would definitely up my value and recruitment level. But yeah, I think just overall having just being like a player that even if you're not making shots, just impacting the game overall. I think that's what I could try to. That's what I do best.
Okay, okay. So where do you see yourself at the next level as a combo guard, point guard mainly, two guard mainly? Like what do you where do you see yourself at?
Um, Especially with my height, I'm 6 foot, so I think I'm gonna be a point guard. Definitely in college, one who could stretch the floor out, shoot the three, and I think I'm getting my ball handling better every day. So that's really if I can handle the ball at that level and have the shot I have, I think I can get along pretty well.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
So I mean, man, it's been crazy, man. This pandemic thing, man,
Yeah.
has what I'm saying, taken us to places we ain't never seen before. They're going through things we ain't never seen before, been without basketball, things of that nature, man. Like, but to see that you're still working, what I'm saying, still going hard and stuff like that, man. I mean, that's a blessing and stuff like that. So what would you like to, when that ball drops and that ball is done and it's like they say, nah, you can't play no more. What do you see yourself doing?
Um, Definitely, I'm looking at the options I have for college. I think I would keep it there, and I definitely focus on prep because if we don't, yeah, if some things happens this year and like they cancel the season, that would be pretty much a bummer. But I would definitely look into the prep option to get another year and get my body righter and get myself better just to see if college coaches will see me at the next level again. But hoping that don't happen.
Yeah, man, we all not hoping it's not happening, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we lucky to get the NBA back, you know
Mm,
what I'm saying, and
right.
stuff like that. You know, So, but do you feel like, what I'm saying, you have the capable players around you that y'all can make a run and get the qualified 6 games to, make the state tournament? I mean, say you won 4 last year. So you think y'all capable of, getting those extra 2 to get in the state tournament and making a run?
Yeah, I definitely think this year we're gonna be one of the best teams in our conference for sure. It's just the age and how I just think we're just really good with. I don't know. I can't even explain it to be honest. It's just we have a lot of seniors who have grown a lot this year. I think it's more we're gonna shock a lot of people because people aren't expecting us to come in this year and beat them because they all beat us last year by 20 or 15 or something like that. So I think we can make a deep run if not get there for sure.
So when you walk in the gym every day, put that jersey on, says Simsbury. What does that mean to you? What's the standard behind that? If you had to tell a kid that was trying to come to Simsbury, and you told him once you put this uniform on, this is what it's about. What does it simplify to
I
you?
definitely just with character, leaving everything on the floor for a fact. Once you're on the once you're on the court for practice, leave everything there. And we also stress that we're a family. We are one. I think that's one of our sayings.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, definitely. It's just all about family. So it's just tough love. If you're getting scraped on practice and someone's talking to you, you just gotta take it. You just know it's all love. We're trying to get each other better. I think that's what we really focus on for sure.
Okay. So what? So 1-on-1, who's winning the game to 5? You or Pops, man?
So I'll kill him. It's not even a question.
You
He
know, Pops talk a lot of smack,
he
man.
don't
You
want
know what I'm saying? That's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. I want to know who gonna win, you know what I'm
maybe
saying, 1-on-1.
maybe a couple of years ago, but not anymore. He's lost that battle now.
Okay, okay. So who's one of who's your favorite college basketball team?
Right now, I'm an Illinois guy. My
Ooh,
guy
okay,
Adam Miller's on that team. I just see him.
okay.
He's a whole dog. That whole team is a bunch of dogs. for sure. I love Illinois.
Okay, see, I'm a Michigan guy, man, all the way.
Big Blue.
You know, yes, yes, yes. That's what we do, man. You know what I'm
Sick.
saying?
Took an
You
L
know,
that night.
so who would you say on the college level that your game that you and that person have a similar game style, or who you like as that style? What college player would you
I
say?
would love to replicate myself as Sharif Cooper, the Auburn guard.
Okay,
Um, he's small too. He's about 6 foot 6'1", like 180,
okay,
and he still finds a way to impact players on the floor. Like you saw him the other night, 28 and 12, something like that. It's just his hard work and his dedication to the game and his ability to see the floor, just make others around him better while getting his shots and his points. I think that's how I would want to play at the college level too.
okay. All right, we got some questions coming in. Here we go. This is from Emily. What qualities do you think are important to have to be successful both academically and on the court?
Uh, I think just being a good person overall could help being in the classroom and out of the classroom. Yeah, definitely just having the good qualities of a good person. And yeah, I don't trying to think. Yeah, I can't really explain that as much as I do, but just
Okay, and I think this question might be from your pops, saying what you gonna shoot from the free throw line.
I'm not. My goal is to not miss a free throw this year from the free throw line. I think I've
Oh.
told him that 20 times. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Emily, she said she loved your answer and everything. You know, but yeah, man. I mean, you know, what do you say your legacy would be when you leave? Put that jersey down at Simsbury, senior night. It's all said and done. What do you want your legacy to be for the next young person coming up to put on that Simsbury uniform, and they look up and they see your name up there, the videos like, wow, this kid Ian. Like, what do you want your legacy to be?
I definitely want to be one of the best players to go through that school. I think winning, if I could win this year, then I could definitely make that name for myself. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I just want to be seen as like one of the hardest workers, someone that's always ready to go play. Because I've even heard that from my coaches that they love the intensity I bring to practice, stuff like that. I'm always ready to be there. I think that's the thing I want the younger generation to see when they go to as a freshman. Just leave it all on the floor, try to win, try to help your team as most as you can. It'll all pay off for sure.
Okay. So, who would you say if you were a fan watching Connecticut high school basketball? Who would you say is that one person and that one team that you would pay to go watch?
That's tough. If I got to think about it, hold on. Uh,
A player and a team,
oh, jeez. I'd have
and why would you pay to go see them play?
like even prep schools too.
I mean, it's whatever. I mean, in Connecticut,
I think my guy Gavin Griffiths.
Okay,
That's because he was at Simsbury when he was a freshman too. He was on the
yeah,
varsity team, and I saw him do some crazy things in practice too. Seen him go on some crazy runs. So, and I already went to a game last year as he was a freshman. He was turning up. Forget who
okay,
they were playing, but he was turning them up too. I think this year I would love to go watch KO play. He would
okay.
get busy out there for sure.
Shout out. We got shift team EJ on the line, you know what I'm saying? They saying what up.
Uh,
So and who would be that team that you would pay to go see?
uh, I'd say, I'd probably say Loomis Chafee. I saw
Okay.
them play last year. And they beat, I forget what team it was. They beat a team by like 40 with an Indiana commit on the team. So I was like, these guys are good, and they all play together. That's kind of like how I would want Simsbury to play. They all push the ball. They're the running team. They shoot the three well. They play together. So I think that's definitely who I'd pay.
Okay. So have you reached your 1,000 points yet?
Not yet, man. My
How,
sophomore
how,
year,
how
really.
long how much you away from it?
I don't even know. I haven't added up my points, but I think I'm about almost halfway there at least. Because I think my sophomore year, I didn't play too much. I wasn't
Oh,
going in the
okay.
game. Well, I did, but I wasn't going in there to score and shoot as much as I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I got the starting role, I'd probably be close to about 800 points or so. I think
Hey
this.
man,
I'm gonna try to get there.
we already get there, but hey, like I said, you got the green light. You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
hold the three
saying?
point record. That's all that matters. I'm gonna
Hey,
hold.
hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm gonna hold.
So what's the highest threes you hit in one game?
I hit 7 against Northwest. I think I was.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, okay. Hey man, once a shooter, man, always a shooter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I mean, you gave a lot of, what I'm saying, like I said, a lot of insight to who you are for the people that don't know you, things like that. I mean, you had a stellar career. What I'm saying? Looks like I said, you're gonna go on to do great things and stuff like that, and like I said, hopefully, once you reach the college and stuff like that, you can come back on the show,
Mhm.
talk about how you made it, where you're at now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, it's been an honor, man, to have you on the show,
Mhm.
what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do this like I do all my fans or all my people that come on here.
Uh,
You gotta give me 5 players. It could be a pro player, high school player, one of your teammates, somebody, 5 players. I need you to give me their name and the reason why you picked them. To 5 players that make the ultimate player.
to make the ultimate
If
player.
you had to make the ultimate player, give me 5 guys and why you pick and what would you take from each one of those players?
Okay. Uh, First, I'm gonna have to go with down low. I'll start with James Harden's footwork for sure. I think his footwork
Okay.
is beyond anyone else's in the NBA. You could say either him or Kobe. I'll stick with.
Okay.
Um, Shooting ability. I think I'm gonna take Trey Young. I'm gonna take Trey Young because that's my guy and
Okay.
got the long range. He's got the more long range and distance
Okay.
shot. Um, Third, probably LeBron's body type. Definitely LeBron's
Mm,
body type. He's got the ultimate basketball body.
okay.
You know, 6'8". Kyrie. I think I'm gonna take Kyrie's handles at four.
Okay.
He's got that on a string. And I think lastly, I think I'm gonna take. I'll probably take Kobe's toughness. I think take Kobe's toughness and mentality.
Okay, that's up there, man. As one of the top players, man, and stuff like that, man. Nah, definitely. What I'm saying, but yeah, like I said, once again, so what advice, leaving from this interview today, what advice can you give the young student athletes coming up, getting ready to start high school and get ready to endure this next level? And chapters in their lives. What advice can you leave them with?
I would just say, just leave everything on the floor. Just try to do everything as much as you can on the floor and just show everyone what you can do. I think that's what you really have to stress. Is just working hard. I think coaches want to see that the most. They don't want to see you just shoot. It's not all about just offense and scoring, but just showing them your whole package, man. That's all it is.
Okay, we got something from Sean Devine. They said, "What about Booker's accuracy?"
Man, I know him. He loves Booker so much. Yeah. He's a Booker
Okay,
guy, so I
okay.
ain't taking him over Trey Young. I don't think.
So yeah, man, like I said, man, once again, man, I just want to salute you, what I'm saying, in your career, what you've done and what you are getting ready to go on to do. I know you're gonna do great things. Shout out to your moms and pops, what I'm saying, for raising such a great young man and stuff like that. And we're gonna be on the lookout for you, what I'm saying, and everything and
Mhm.
stuff like that, man. And just pray and salute. And maybe when you make that decision on where you go, you can announce it on the show, what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying, and stuff.
Might just have to.
You know what I mean? So yeah, once again, man, I just want to salute you, man, and everything, man. This your time, saying to say shout outs or give whatever you want to say right here on the show, man.
Shout out, well, definitely for my mom and dad first. She's in another room over there, and my dad too. They're without them, I don't know where I would be here. I don't even be on this call. Definitely my teammates pushing me. anyone who's ever played with in my life, they know how I get down. So they already know what it is.
All right, man. So man, like I said, man, peace and blessings to you, man. Enjoy this. Happy New Year to you. You know what I'm saying? Good luck on the season, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you, Shaq. Appreciate you.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Later.
Man.
Yeah, man. Once again, man, that was Ian Calabresee, Simsbury High School. Make sure y'all look into that young man. That young man is going to be a talent. Once again, I just want to thank each and everybody that tuned into the show. You can check my show out every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on my Facebook page, Time Out with Shaq, or my YouTube page, Time Out with Shaq James. So you can check it out each and every Sunday, 6 p.m. Time Out with Shaq. Hashtag talk your ish, and I'm gonna just leave y'all with this.
Amen. I sing it. The Lord said, take it. The Lord said, give it. Lord, like,
Pinata. Fuck you, blue Balenciagas. Robin Jean with the phone pots. Hit the club and I'm a black bottles. Blood is with me, whoop, whoop, whoop. No set tripping, they know I'm creeping, fool. G's a piece of 10K gold. I'm a fucking fool, you better act cool. Yeah. German Shepherds in my backyard. Train to kill, I was born to deal. I was on the hill, RIP till. Wanna rest in peace, cool for deal. But they the back out, you don't fuck the door. Hit the Magic City, pack it out. You hating on me, I don't give a fuck. I'm a street nigga, you can walk it out. I'm in Pittsburgh with a lot of young nigga with a bankroll. Scrape the pot, I was in the hood. My mama stayed on Glenwood.